No, he's definitely been well, okay, so in his sleep he hasn't been having weird dreams and shit, but yeah, he still screams and annoys me. I mean, he's 4, so he's gonna do obnoxious shit nonstop. But he's doing better. We had a big ordeal the other day about him zipping up his jacket by himself. Kids hate being independent. They love having mommy and daddy do everything for them. So trying to get him to do anything on his own is an absolute nightmare. Dude, okay, so I'm gonna be real brutally honest right now. My first marriage was an absolute shit show. It was the worst thing that's ever happened to me by far. She told me that she was physically unable to have kids ever. Like, it was just impossible. From a medical standpoint, it just couldn't happen. She had some things happen to her, and she just couldn't have kids. So, I believed her without any proof or anything, because I don't want to sound like an asshole, so I just believed her. We were married. We had unprotected sex like married people do. And she got pregnant. And so I was like, what the fuck, bitch? You said you couldn't get pregnant. And then she's like, we're keeping it. We're gonna be a family. And I was like, what the fuck? Excuse me? I'm 19. How about no? I can't make her get rid of a kid, you know? I don't have that kind of authority over another person. I can't make her do anything about it. So she had this kid, and then she started spending all my money and cheating on me and drinking all the time and just being the worst person on the fucking planet. Oh, and then earlier this year, she's such an alcoholic, would rather drink and party than take care of said child. So she was neglecting him. I was getting contacted by CPS, and before she could get in trouble, abandoned him at her grandparents' house. And basically her grandparents didn't have the means to take care of him, so I had to drive all the way to Colorado from Oklahoma, which is about 1,000 miles, and come get him and bring him here. So now I am forced into fatherhood, being essentially a single father to a child I never wanted. If that's not the best advertisement to just wear a fucking Jimmy, I don't know what it is. Always wear a condom. I don't give a shit. And when she had him, I was paying this bitch $500 a month for child support too. I don't know what kind of kid costs $500 a month to take care of, but none that I've ever seen. So the moral of the story is never trust women, never have unprotected sex, because they will do anything for a fucking payout, because they're fucking scam artists. Yeah, she was a stupid hoe. She's actual garbage. I'm really hoping that I'm still listed as her life insurance beneficiary, and I fucking hope she drinks herself to death so I can get money for her not existing anymore. She's the worst fucking person I've ever met in my whole life. She ruined my life. She forced me into fatherhood, and then forced me to pay for said kid I didn't want. And then I had to take sole custody of said kid I didn't want. He's been neglected his whole life. He's just been locked in his room, and should we give him a phone or something? She wouldn't pay any attention to him. She didn't teach him anything. So he was a fucking monster when I got him. Like, he acted like shit all the time. I mean, I'm taking care of him because, I mean, did I want to be a dad? No, but he's here. I know the childhood that I had. My parents, man, they were not great. My parents never spent time with me. They never hung out with me. My dad was always an asshole. My dad pretty much always just looked for ways to flex power over me, just being an asshole. I enlisted in the military to get the fuck away. But yeah, I mean, they, like, in first grade, I would walk to school by myself and walk home from school by myself. Both of my parents left for work before I even woke up, so I was setting an alarm at age 6 and getting ready for school all by myself. I'm probably the most independent person you'll ever meet. I had a job when I was 14 because my parents wouldn't get me a car or help me out at all. I worked a part-time job at 14. Yeah. Man, I hate to say this, but he is really hindering my success. I used to have my own office, my own studio where I would shoot. I could do anything at any time of the day. With my arthritis, I could lay down and take a nap or rest whenever to help, you know, ease the pain that I have to deal with on a daily basis. But I don't get to do that now. Now it's just constantly catering to his needs. I have to get up when he gets up. So basically, this is my life now. I usually get about 3 to 5 hours of sleep a night. I wake up, I deal with him, make sure he's ready for school, drop him off at school. I go to work, I get home, I pick him up from his grandma's house. I bring him back here, I feed him. He watches TV for like an hour or so, and then I get him ready for bed. And then, only after 8 p.m. do I get to stream, do I get to build PCs, do I get to shoot the videos that I do. And I am fucking exhausted, man. I used to just be able to do this shit whenever, and I'm afraid that my content is suffering from it. I feel like some of this, you know, I kind of cut corners because I'm so tired, just because I don't have fucking time for anything. It would be convenient if I wasn't a dad. This is how things are, so I just... I'm basically just training him to be as independent as he can be, so he can handle his own shit, so in turn I can handle my own shit. Push him in the corner while I do my own thing, but when I just, every waking moment is making sure he doesn't do something stupid, it's really hard for me to get anything done. It's, I mean, with me being disabled, it's hard to just even live my life. But fuck. Where does mom end up going? She's floating around Colorado sucking dick for rent, so if you have an open room and a penis, she'll probably give you a blowjob. I think he's repressed it because he was there when she was assaulted. She was beaten within an inch of her life. And almost murdered. Too bad. So close. But yeah, he was there in the house when that happened, when she was almost murdered. My ex is gonna piss somebody off and they're gonna fucking kill her, or she's gonna drink herself to death or OD on drugs, or maybe just take her own life. Maybe she might just commit suicide because she tried that twice when we were married. It is really a damn shame that I stopped her, me being the good Samaritan that I am. So yeah, I mean, any number of things could happen, really. I don't know, man. Hopefully everything that I've tried to teach him pays off. Don't trust women. If that's all he takes away from the years he'll spend with me, I'd be happy with that. My parents don't like to talk. I like to give advice. And honestly, that's one of the most annoying things that anyone can do. Like, the phone call I had when I told them I was diagnosed with lupus and RA. The first thing out of their fucking mouths were, oh, well, I read that it'll help you a lot if you watch your diet and if you do these certain things. And I was like, I don't want your fucking advice. I'm letting you know that I have diseases and I might fucking die. And you want to just tell me how to do shit? Like, seriously? That's your initial reaction? Seriously, you're going to tell me how to fucking manage my condition that you know nothing about? Like, ah, that made me so angry. And they've been that way about everything. Like, they'll ask me what I've been doing, and I'm, oh, working on my computer and doing this, and okay, well, you're almost out of the military, so make sure you keep an eye on your finances. Like, no, fuck you. I'll spend all my money if I want to. I don't get it, man. I don't know if it helps validate them, like makes them feel like they are more important. I don't know why people do that. Stupid YouTube comment. I would love to know what you have in your PC that makes it worth 5K. It's not worth 5K, that's what I spent on it. My ex was going through some shit and there was a potential situation where I might have had to have taken custody of him. I was like, well, I kind of can. I'm not going to have my girlfriend watch him by herself. So I called my parents and I'm like, hey, if Alex can't look after my son anymore, I'm like, would you guys be able to watch him until I get back from my deployment? And you know what these motherfuckers told me? Well, no, because we have a cruise planned. Are you fucking serious? And then they try to make me feel guilty because I haven't gone to visit them in, I don't know, about 6 years. Yeah, they try to make me feel bad because I haven't been able to see my grandparents or any of my other family, who was absolutely not even pretended to give a fuck about me. Or when I call my grandparents and they ask me how I'm doing, I say, like, oh, I'm hanging in there. Then they start talking to me about their fucking health problems, and it's like they try and turn it into a pissing match. Like, why is this a fucking game you're trying to play? Why? Why does anybody do that? Like, yes, we're both suffering. We're both in great pain. Terrific. Like, if you get pregnant and the man doesn't want to have a fucking kid, he shouldn't be responsible. End of story. Puppet master. 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 I make very little money. I have very little free time. I'm in a lot of pain all the time. I'm disabled. It's just no, 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 no. All of it is no. That sounds like paradise. Just worrying about yourself and doing what you want. That sounds awesome. They keep saying, let's get it at Best Buy. Oh. Oh my god, that makes me want to shoot myself.